So close. So close.
Guess I just did.
Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and get this underway. Let me go ahead and move us on over to here and give Netflix, or not Netflix, Spotify, most of the rest of the stream off. Hey everyone, Spidey Librarian here, but I had my microphone on the whole time and I had no idea. That just shows you just how little I sometimes pay attention to things. So, anyways, welcome to Classics Revisited. This has been one I've been very excited about because Spider-Man 2 is easily my favorite in the trilogy. I'm sure most of you don't even need to guess why, but I definitely will talk about that more when we do the intro for tonight's reaction. So let me go ahead and say hello to everyone who is in chat. Marshlands is here. I see Wolf here. Good to see you guys. Welcome. Let's see. Marshlands is not half bad on his end. Just looking forward to 2025 being over and hoping 2026 is at least slightly better. The only thing I can really say to that is that it looks like our current child in the White House is on the ropes in a lot of different ways, and hopefully that means we will not have anywhere near the organization that he seemed to exhibit this year, even though that all fell apart in the face of resistance. So, anyways, Wolf is here. Good to see you, my friend. And this is Trouble right here, and she wants her treats. Do you want your treats, Trouble? Do you want your treats? Come here. No, no, you can come here. You can come into frame, okay? There you go. Put that beautiful face in frame. All right, let me go ahead and grab Trouble's treats, and then we will be ready in a moment. Guts, come here. Always getting your gullet stuffed with treats, because you're such a bratly catly, and I love you so much, and I can never say no to you. I guess that's not entirely true. I say no to her all the time, but hi. You get one more. You get one more. Do you want it? There we go. All right. Yeah, no, I don't like focusing on politics, but damn, I do keep apprised of it because just look at what has happened to us since 2016, you know? So, all right. Anyways, let's go ahead and get ready. I am gonna go ahead and get going with the sound test real quick. For anyone that is interested, I am watching Spider-Man 2 on Disney Plus. It is there. Let me go ahead and mute the desktop, and we are going to, I'm just going to hit play, and we're going to see how it goes for the next 30 seconds. So, if you guys hear anything, let me know. Hopefully you don't. Let me know that too. I just like to know how things are going. Ah, and I hear that music. That Danny Elfman Muzak, you know? Okay, Disney Plus is a lot nicer than I think HBO Max in terms of timeline display. And there's the Marvel crawl. That's 30 seconds in, and we seem to be doing just fine. So, all right. Okay, Wolf says that he is doing fine. Just got back from the German Schnitzel House. They do a Christmas buffet, and the food is incredible. Dude, that sounds delicious. I have not had German food. I have not had German buffet in a very, very long time. We had a couple of Houston area German restaurants probably about a decade and a half ago. And I think all of them have gone out of business now, which is so unfortunate because, man, let me tell you, a good, like a good German like just restaurant is a thing of beauty. They have the best mustard, they have the best sauerkraut. Oh my god, such good stuff. So, okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, Marshlands has got the same reaction as I do. Like I'm just going to sit here and drool for a little bit. So that's awesome. Very, very nice. Yeah, there's a place in Houston. I think it's called Rudy Lechner. I'm pretty sure it's gone by this point, but that's where I used to go. Yeah, it says temporarily closed. Yeah, no, they're gone. Um, Although some people say Rudy Lechner wasn't very German to begin with, but whatever. It was German enough for me, all right? Like I've had German food and then I've had German food and there is a definite difference. So, okay. All right. So we're good to go. So I told you guys I was going to start a little bit early tonight. There's a reason for that, okay? And I'm going to want you guys to bear with me here, but essentially, I wanted to try to get this done as early as possible because assuming that we've got the time and I should have the energy once we're done here, I think I'm gonna do another movie viewing. I think I want to do I want to do a surprise holiday version of Film First Sunday, technically, I guess. But so that's why I want to kind of do this because I could maybe do it tomorrow, and maybe if we get to the end of this and I'm just too tired, maybe I'll just decide to go ahead and do that instead. But like, I want to try to get this done as soon as possible simply because I don't have it scheduled anywhere. I want to do like maybe, in conjunction with Film First Friday, um, like at least one kind of like extra holiday um, viewing per year. And so I figured I would go ahead and do one for tonight. Since this is the final movie reaction before Christmas, I figured I would try to throw in my extra holiday movie watch and react for that. Do it tonight after Spider-Man 2. So that's kind of the reason that we're going for that. Now I do, unfortunately, it is in the upper 70s slash 80s right now in frickin' Houston, Texas. So it's starting to get warm in my room. I'm going to go and, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm going to go and turn on my air conditioner. You guys know how this works. You guys know how this works. So, anyways, okay. So, let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and get things underway. I've already done the sound. God, why? I am continuing to get I'm continuing to get issues. All right. Are you guys okay? All right, I'm getting messages saying that we're not connected, but I'm also seeing in the preview that it looks like we are. So I don't know what the deal is right now. Guys, let me know if you're having any issues. Make some noise in the chat. Just let me know that you guys are around and getting this, and just I don't know, just talk, so that we can so that I can continue to monitor things. We appear to be fine in terms of, yeah, okay. Unable to connect to chat. That's weird. It's just the chat that seems to be the problem now. Let me go ahead and just try refresh. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, guys. We're just having internet fuckery issues tonight, apparently. Um, I know I shouldn't curse, but stuff like this really pisses me off. So, All right. Let me see. Yeah, I appear to be back now, so hopefully we'll stay that way. Um, yeah, no, stability issues are definitely a thing I'm going to bring up in the near future with my housemates because I cannot continue having this. So, okay. All right. So, with that said, I think we're going to go ahead and get underway. Before we do, let's go ahead and just make something clear. If you are here expecting to see video or hear audio from the feature in question, I'm afraid that's not going to happen. What you see here is basically what you're going to get, and that is me on camera reacting to the feature in question. This is a watch party, so you will have the opportunity to watch this along with me. In fact, let me go ahead and move us over to the overlay. And I got a timer right there. And basically, you will have the ability to see where I am, and then you can follow along with me if you wish. At another point in time, I will hopefully be making reaction video content off of this footage. So to that end, there will be an intro, there will be the viewing itself, there will be the post-mortem, as I call it, where we review and react to what we've watched. And then finally, We will do an outro and we will be done. So that is the basic pecking order for how things are going to go. If this is not your type of content, I get it. Please feel free to click off of this live stream. I do not wish to waste your time, and I certainly don't want the negative interaction that people sometimes seem to throw my way when they think I'm trying to waste their time. I'm really not. So, okay. Anyways, with all that said, we're going to get started here in just a moment. Let me just make sure that a couple things are ready to go, and we will do so in a moment. Okay, let's see. Things currently seem to be okay, seem to be back. Okay, excellent. So guys, I don't expect you to see this clearly, but I'm going to show you something. All right, before we get started, I want to show you something. Actually wearing a this is a t-shirt that features the game Spider-Man Unlimited. And this is Cosmic Spider-Man in the center right here. That's Cosmic Spider-Man, and he is flanked by several members of the Sinister Six in the game. We've got, I think this is Electro right here. We have got the Green Goblin right here. And then, of course, over on this side, we have got Dr. Octopus. I think this may be the only shirt that I have that actually features Dr. Octopus. And I wanted to be sure that I was wearing something to, to commemorate my favorite Spider-Man villain while we were watching this movie. So, all right. Okay, Wolf says he saw this movie in theaters and was blown away at the time. It was probably the best comic book movie, still way up there. Yes, definitely agree. Let's see. Excuse me. Spider-Man 2, if you ask me which Spider-Man film is my favorite, um, this one is definitely up there. I think I think on any given day, it can come down to one of three movies where I'll say that's my favorite Spider-Man movie. And it may just depend on how I'm feeling that day, but I feel these three are all top tier and definitely deserve, their flowers. One of them is Spider-Man No Way Home. And you can argue that that movie has some unfair advantages, but it uses those advantages very well. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is another one. Like that is, man, Into the Spider-Verse made me emotional. Across the Spider-Verse just shattered my feelings. It was so unbelievably good. And then, of course, Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2. And I think it is no coincidence that, at least for me, the two of the three best Spider-Man movies, in my opinion, all right, this is just my opinion, all right, features Alfred Molina's Doc Ock. I'm just saying, you know? Okay. All right. So with all that said, I think we're going to go ahead and get things underway and start that talk about the movie itself. I said we'd start with an intro, and we are going to do that. Hold on a second. Can you guys hear me? Because according to this, my microphone is unplugged. Hold on. Hold on. Stupid, stupid technology. Test 1, 2, 3. Can you guys still hear me? All right. Hulk 2003 feels like a bizarre fever dream. I've actually never seen that one. I've seen Incredible Hulk. I have not seen the one featuring Eric Bana. I have not seen that one. All right. Can you guys hear me now? Because there was like a cable unplugged from my microphone, which tells me that something was going on. All right. You can hear me just fine. There is a slight echo. Okay, hold on. That tells me that I need to go into my sound settings. Let me just see what's going on. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. Sometimes these things happen and it just okay, properties. It is using the right microphone. Okay. Um Let me see what else. Does anybody else detect a slight echo? Let me know, because slight echo is not a good thing. At least not in my opinion. So let's see. Let me check my crisp filters. Okay, yeah, it's using the correct microphone, so that's good. Okay. All right, things seem fine to CG. All right. I'm going to take a quick listen. You're going to hear me listening to myself, so sorry about that. Okay, what? Oh, right, because I have the headphones plugged in. Okay, hold on. Okay, all right. I think that sounds fine. So, right. So, now that we and again, just so much to talk about. Um oh, CG, were you around for my explanation of why I decided to do this at 7:30? If you caught that, excellent. If not, someone bring CG up to speed. So, okay. All right. So, I think we are good to go. I think we're going to go ahead and start with that intro I talked about, and we are going to do so right now. Hey everyone, Spidey Librarian here, and welcome to Classics Revisited, the live streaming show where I show myself oh wait, that's a different one. The live streaming show where I watch an episode where I watch a classic movie that I have enjoyed and react to it on my YouTube channel. Today's feature is going to be the 2004 superhero film Spider-Man 2. Please remember that as Classics Revisited serves as both a reaction and watch party, this will serve as both a watch party and reaction to the 2004 superhero film Spider-Man 2. Okay. All right. So, I this is one of my favorite Spider-Man movies of all time. This is an excellent Spider-Man movie. And I say that not to denigrate the first one at all. Um, it seemed Sam Raimi really caught fire in a bottle, or I'm sorry, Sam Raimi really caught lightning in a bottle when he made the first Spider-Man movie. But then when they told him, okay, you're going to make the next one, it was like, okay, all right, I'm going to basically do exactly what I did before, but I'm going to refine it and I'm going to tweak it and I'm going to use the best damn Spider-Man villain and I'm going to make this awesome. And he does. Like he definitely did everything he could to make Spider-Man 2 one of the best superhero films at the time, and I would argue still is up there. A lot of good superhero films have come along since then, but a lot, this one definitely still maintains its quality over time. Interestingly enough, one of the ways that Sam Raimi made this movie so memorable were some of the changes that he made to Otto Octavius. Um, in this film, Doc Ock is completely different. Well, maybe not completely different, but he is significantly different than he was in the comic books. Up until the 1990s, I don't even think there was a comic that featured Otto Octavius's origin story. And then in that particular story, you realize there may be a little bit more depth to Otto than just being a villain with tentacled arms. But keep in mind, it took them 30 years to get there. And so in the meantime, Doc has always been portrayed as a brilliant, egotistical, difficult to work. Hi. I said egotistical and she appeared. Huh? Hi, baby. How are you? How are you? Okay. Dad needs to continue, all right? Dad needs to continue, all right? I love you very much, but you can't stay here. I mean, I guess you can, but I'm going to continue. I'm going to ignore you, okay? And it's not because I don't love you. Sorry. Okay. Doc Ock from the comics is brilliant, egotistical, manipulative, difficult to work with. He's very misanthropic. He doesn't like people, and just generally a very unpleasant genius. That is basically Doc Ock. He is petty. He is he lets his fear guide him. He is in many ways he is the opposite. Like he's the opposite side of the coin that is Peter Parker. If Peter Parker had not had a loving household to grow up in, essentially. And Sam Raimi at the time, this was almost completely unheard of. He just did something. He's like, you know what? We're gonna, instead of just using the comics Doc Ock, we're gonna make him sympathetic. We're gonna make him a tragic villain. We're gonna make him a good man. And the comics purist in me would have cried foul, probably did cry foul the first time I heard about that, but man, does it work. Alfred Molina imbues Doc Ock with warmth, wit, and a wit that becomes very dark once he turns evil, and a man who is basically he's a victim of not only the circumstances around him, he's a victim of his own genius. And you see that this is someone who loses a lot in becoming who they become. And eventually, if you read the comics, you'll see that now. But it wasn't like that when this movie came out. Doc Ock, I don't think I can underscore enough just how different this character actually is from his comic books counterpart. And at least for me, it is a really it is frankly a genius inversion and then exploration of a character who up until that point had been like, okay, Doc Ock is in the comics, Spidey's got to bring his A game, and that was pretty much it, you know? And they take him and they make him someone who you feel for, and someone whose corner you're actually in for parts of the movie. Brilliant move. And again, it's not just the humanization of Doc Ock, it's the humanization of Peter Parker. It is the humanization, frankly, of the entire comic book setting here that really kind of makes this movie as good as it is. And again, for me, this is just one of the Spider-Man movies that it's one of the movies that you need to beat in order to make it into the top echelons of Spider-Man movies. I'm really excited to watch this one, and we're going to do so in just a moment. If you enjoy these reactions, please go ahead and thwip the like button, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing as well. Also, consider sharing this out with your friends, your family, your followers, anyone that you think would enjoy my reaction to these media. In this case, Spider fans. Whether you like or dislike this movie, let me know why in the comments. I would love to have a conversation with you about this film. And finally, you can find the full and unedited live stream of this reaction on my YouTube channel. There is a master playlist of all movies that I've watched and reacted to, And I'm dividing them up into shorter playlists, usually by genre, but also by tag. Spider-Man 2 would be in the action, science fiction, and adventure genre playlists, and I would have it in I would excuse me, and I would also have it in tagged playlists for superhero movies, Marvel movies, comic book movies, and of course, Spider-Man movies. Whichever of those playlists you go looking for, be sure to look for them on my YouTube channel. Be sure to look for them on my YouTube channel under the category Watch Party. All right, and I think that is everything. So, yeah, we're gonna get started here in just a moment. Um, I know I've packed a lot into this, so it's a good thing I started early. So, all right. Hulk 2003 is interesting for sure. The game is actually one of the rare instances where it doesn't technically adapt the film, functions more like a Hulk 2. Oh, okay. Something about an extra live stream. Yes, I'm gonna see if we can do one. So, the Raimi vs. Spider-Man movies are also partially interesting because you have the original trilogy, an extended cut for 2, and an alternate editor's cut of 3. Spider-Man, the new animated series, is a continuation of the first movie and brings in the Michael Clark Duncan Kingpin as a villain. The game Spider-Man Friend or Foe also has the versions of the villains you're teaming up with. Yeah, I remember those extra media tie-ins. They're very like they kind of work and they kind of don't, you know. All right, CG's read Doc Ock's first comics appearance. Me too. He feels like he gave us somewhat of an origin, although certainly not as complex. No. Yes, it technically gives him an origin, but just enough to explain why he's got his powers and why he's a criminal. That's it. It is definitely like it is barely an origin. Let me see. Thomas Jane's Punisher also makes a nearly missable cameo at the end of this movie. What? Wait, whoa, what? Thomas Jane's Punisher also makes a nearly missable cameo at the end of this movie? At the end of this movie? Of Spider-Man 2? Are you kidding me? And then, of course, No Way Home bringing in Tobey Maguire, Willem Dafoe, Alfred Molina, and Thomas Hayden Church into the MCU. Yep. CG says that he thought there was just a guy in the background that looked like Punisher, but feel free to correct. Okay. And then that movie got an extended cut, Spider-Man No Way Home, the more fun stuff version. Yes. Which I want to say I've seen, but I can't be certain about that. Due to legal contracts, it was his stunt double, but in the audio commentary, Sam Raimi confirmed that the intention was for that to be the character. Okay, whoa. I need you to tell me then where that is, because this is something I had no knowledge of. Doc Ock has had a very large amount of continuity in various versions. You read the manga where he body swaps with a Japanese schoolgirl. He body swaps with everyone, including Peter. Frickin' superior Spider-Man. Okay, all right. Okay, we're caught up. Let's go ahead and get things underway. It's 8 o'clock right now. Okay, all right. And this is going to be about 2 hours long. Again, after this, I will be, assuming I have the energy, I think I will, I'm going to do another live stream. I have not put the stream up. I want this to be a surprise, but I'm going to be doing an extra holiday movie watch party. So, and it will be a film first. All right, I will say that it'll be a Christmas movie. It'll be a holiday movie I've never seen. Just so you guys know. So, all right, okay. All right, I think we're ready to go. Oh wait, no, we're not. I need to get out my script. I need to do the timer thing. Okay. All right, you guys know how this works. I'm going to go ahead and do the here we go thwip. About a second later, I will hit go on the feature. And then about a second after that, I will hit go on the timer. So I'm going to put a couple of seconds on there right now to give myself some padding. This is Disney Plus. I got no commercials on Disney Plus, so there will be no commercial interruptions. Hopefully, there will not be any internet interruptions either. Here we go. All right, everyone. 2004's Spider-Man 2. Here we go. All right. Okay, and I think my timers are lined up pretty nicely, so. All right, here we are. Let me make sure. Can I scoot in just a little bit? There we go. Here's the Danny Elfman of it all. Now, one of the things that I absolutely adored about this intro the first time I saw it is the way that it recaps the first movie like in pictures wonderfully. You get this big epic music playing, and then you just see everything happening in pictures from the first movie pretty much in order. And these are all like hand painted. It's not like they're taking stills from the first movie or anything. You get to see all of this recap going on, and it's awesome. We've got the Bonesaw match right here. We've got the him letting the guy go, Peter finding Uncle Ben. It's so good. And this music. And guys, by the way, can we just take a second to recognize the awesomeness of Willem Dafoe throughout this entire trilogy? Like, that was just brilliant what they did, and I loved it all. So when MJ is running back to Peter's apartment, look for the Thomas Jane look-alike. Okay. I had no clue about that. And there's Peter in the messed up costume standing over Norman Osborn, and Harry finding them. Oh, good stuff. There's the funeral. There's Ben's gravestone. Peter sacrificing his happiness to keep MJ safe and walking off by himself. Such an excellent opening. Oh, dude, she knows. Please, she knows. Is that actor? What's his name? He is definitely familiar to me. Is that Asif Manvi? This scene. Go. Yeah, I would be like, go. You are on a timer right now, buddy. So I feel like this movie does a really good job also Like it did it a little bit in the first one, but in this one, it really emphasizes how Peter is, he's life's chew toy in a lot of ways. Like he's basically trying as hard as he can to make ends meet. And of course, due to the Parker luck, and of course the fact that he's Spider-Man, he's got to make some sacrifices and take some hits. Basically, that dude's just watching him. I love that. He stole that guy's pizzas. I love that so much. Okay, so I want to talk about this scene right here where Spider-Man saves these two children. Take a look at them. All right, these two little blonde kids. Yes, yes, guy sees pizzas and is going to try to take one. Okay, so there was a rumor going around that those two kids were Peyton List and her brother. Um, if you don't know who Peyton List is, you need to watch Cobra Kai. She plays Tori. And so for a long time, I thought that there was a connection between this movie and Cobra Kai. It turns out that is not the case. Peyton List herself has basically debunked this and said, no, that is not me in Spider-Man 2. She's like, I wish it were me, but that is definitely not me. So I don't know. I just thought that was fun to point out once I'd heard about it. This lady's just looking at him. She looks familiar too. I don't know. Maybe I'm just projecting. You late. Okay, well, I guess I'll take these with me then. He's trying so hard too. Looking at him with the big puppy dog eyes, and Asif Manvi is like, no. Oh, Jonah, come on. I love him. I love his J. Jonah Jameson so much. Diabetic coma. I'm wondering how much of this, like, he actually improvised, or how much of this was scripted, you know? You win. Done. Oh, yeah. Elizabeth Banks, everyone. Now, Peter and Betty Brant actually did date in the comics. So I like that kind of little bit of, you know, uh, advertised interest there, you know? Like, even though nothing comes of it. And apparently one of those backpacks that hits him is actually Sam Raimi carrying a backpack. Now, this actor, this isn't. I don't think it's him. I wanted to say that's Shooter McGavin from Happy or right Happy Gilmore, but I don't think it is that same actor. And he just cannot catch a break. He just keeps getting, you're late to class, you're late to work, your pictures suck, all this and that. And it's just like, my God, this poor guy. Hi? Can you imagine being so weighed down and so stressed out about life that you forget your own birthday? How you guys doing? Yeah. Uh-oh. Ooh. Got to give a shout out to James Franco because I know Harry is probably not the most iconic part in the world, but like Franco plays him very well. Like that facial expression that he had and that delivery of how's the bug these days. Good stuff from him. It's your best friend, I would hope so. Oh, and then we circle back to it. Uh, I don't know. Okay, so that time skip is a little confusing to me because we go right from the party to after the party when when MJ and Harry are gone. So I'm sure they did. That doesn't sound very confident. She covers that up. Well, she deflects it pretty nicely. Why don't you just like stay the night? Keep her company. Oh, poor woman. Shout out to Rosemary Harris too. Life is just coming at him from all sides. His his aunt's money troubles, tensions with Harry. Oh, Peter's like, I'm responsible. Which, he's not the one that he's not the one that pulled the trigger. So, like, I realize how that's not necessarily a thing, but oh, hey, we need another backyard fence scene between these two. Oh boy, yeah, what? Yeah. See, she knows he's interested, and he knows she knows he's interested. He's just trying so hard to deny it, you know? Mm-hmm. See, as far as signals goes, guys, her touching his face like that is a pretty big one, you know? Oh, right. Okay, so that very tender display is kind of undercut, like, by the fact that she is doing that to Peter while she has a boyfriend, or at least a guy that she's seeing. I forgot, like, there are definitely moments in these movies where MJ does not track like a good person. Yeah, well. Okay, according to a rumor that I read about the Spider-Man 4 movie that never got made, we were going to find out that Mr. Ditkovich was actually Craven the Hunter, but retired. And I remember going like that line right there, ears like a cat, eyes like a rodent, Like like he's not lying apparently. Man, I can't even imagine how miserable this space must be. You got an L train going right by your apartment. And he just closes the door. That was funny. Yay! Here he is, Alfred Molina. The way that Octavius becomes Peter's mentor in this movie is truly beautiful. Hmm. Intelligence is not a privilege, it's a gift. And you use it for the good of mankind. Yes. He's encouraging him. See, I love this. Otto being married, that definitely was new when they did this. They really like take him in, you know? Like they're very kind hosts, you know? Oh, they're so cute together, these two. T.S. Eliot is more complicated than advanced science. Ah, see? Taking him in, helping him out. Laundromat. Oh no. I was gonna say, yeah, it stained the rest of his clothes. Oh, Peter. Dude's got his troubles, but at least he's got a decent physique, you know? Excuse me. Sorry. Oh, God. Gotta go, gotta go, get. Shh. Mr. Ditkovich. Rent! Rent! Uh huh. Oh, had money for flowers. Okay, well, he had some money for flowers. Oh, man. Always got to be a flippin', you know, car robbery thing going on while you're trying to get to someone's play. I just never actually believed her. That's right, kids. Eat your green vegetables, and then you'll be able to do flips like Peter Parker. Ooh. Oh. Well, that was uh that was some good timing. Like his one fan that has the reflexes and the presence of mind to cheer him on. Okay, so whenever I played the 2018 Spider-Man game or its sequel, these freaking like car jacking rescue side missions, I always seem to get hit at least once. It's annoying as hell. How are these criminals such good shots, you know? Go ahead, tell it. I don't care. Bruce Campbell for his second cameo of the trilogy. Ooh. Good God, dude. Why? Now, apparently, the rumor was that we might have found out in Spider-Man 4 that Bruce Campbell was actually Quentin Beck, aka Mysterio, which that would have been hilarious if true. I don't know how true it is, but that would have been a really clever way to explain why Bruce Campbell kept showing up. So, okay. All right. So, rant 2 for why MJ is not a good person in this movie. She tells Peter to come and show up and don't disappoint her to this play that she later sees her dude at and then kisses him at. Even though Peter doesn't make it, it's like, what would have happened if Pete had been there and then this guy showed up, you know? It feels a lot of the time like MJ, in this movie at least, is really kind of stringing Peter along or trying to provoke a response out of him in a way that is mm, not very likable, you know? Uh-oh. Ooh, ow. Say it, say it. I want to hear it. Okay, all right. Well, web shooter is still there. Organic web shooter is still there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. Suddenly his balance is gone. I love this part. He's taking the elevator. This dude is just like, okay, all right. That would have been my response too. It's pretty good. Just telling a random dude about your junk, like you do. Now, I have no idea who that actor is next to Toby, but it would be hilarious to me. I don't think this is true. It would be hilarious to me though if that had been like Brian Michael Barnes or one of the other actors who had voiced Spider-Man in one of the cartoons. Christopher Daniel Barnes, I meant to say. I think I might have messed up the middle name. Christopher Michael Barnes. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, this is not a good move on Peter's part. He needed to try to track her down personally to apologize. Yeah, but don't you have a boyfriend, lady? Again, just from all sides. Fate's chew toy. Uh, yeah. This movie does an excellent job of really helping you feel Peter's frustrations. Uh huh. Lame joke. Gotta love it. Down here in a New York brownstone. There they are. Oh, man. Yeah. Ooh. Yeesh. That just. God. One thing this movie is not, I don't think, is talked about as much as it should be, is the amount of body horror in this movie, particularly around Doc Ock. You know, it's very effectively portrayed. It's an excellent question. It's like these are my assistants that that will be assisting me as I make a miniature sun slash arc reactor. God, this movie is only 4 years away from Iron Man, where the arc reactor is something we finally see Tony Stark make. All right. Oh, ah, man, the goggles. God, so good. Okay, very nice. Look at it. Look at it. It's a miniature sun. It's awesome. I don't know about the palm of your hand, but yeah. Uh-oh. It's creating its own magnetic field, it looks like. Oh, his wife doesn't seem to be very confident. Yeah. Ooh, well, so much for that. Yeah, Rosie, uh-oh. Ooh, that was very quick. He literally just saved your life, asshole. Do not turn off my life's work. Ooh. If he hadn't stopped Spider-Man, oh, God, that still lands. And there goes the inhibitor chip. Well, that was terrifying in several ways. But seriously, Harry, dude literally saved your life. Come on. Oh my God, Little Goblin Jr. My, oh, poor Rosie. And poor Otto, man. I mean, when he wakes up, well, we see what happens when he wakes up. That is. Oh, yep. And here we go. So this part is definitely a horror scene right here. Yeah, maybe let's not be in this room right now while that's happening. I remember when I saw this in theaters, my one of my little sisters was with me, and she couldn't have been more than maybe 7 at the time. This part scared the crap out of her. She was like, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch this. So I let her like avert her eyes and just I told her when it was over. Good thing that Sam Raimi has some experience with horror movies, you know? Yeah, right now you're not in control, buddy boy. The arms are in control. I love the way that the arms are like they're like mimicking his emotional state, you know? Like he cries out and they like open up and you know. Yeah, no, I'm leaving now. I uh I don't want to I don't want to stick around for whatever comes next. That's a nice shot right there where he's looking back and he's got the little arm going, you know. Is this where it happened before? What are the odds indeed? Science squid. It's taken. Doctor Strange. Stealing people's work, you know? I like that look between Peter and Robbie. There's the meme, guys. Jonah laughing. That's great. Uh, the meme of Jonah laughing. So in the first Spider-Man film, we don't see Jonah until I think at least about 55 minutes into the movie. We're 45 minutes into this movie. We've seen Jonah twice already. So, monstrous things, huh? Didn't you invent them? They're like snakes, you know? They're like hissing at him. Yeah, it's them. It's them, Otto. They're talking to you. They're trying to control you. Peter was right, really? He's admitting that he screwed up. Wow. Yeah, see, the arms are like, yeah, we can do it. We can make it work. The justification, very, very well done. I like that. Oh, kicked the wrong person there, May. $300 toaster, huh? Did you see him limp away after she kicked him? And we just happen to be right where Otto is doing his first robbery. You know, like you do. Whoa. Yeah, dude. Oh, banker dude, shut up. Doesn't quite work that way, buddy. And we're gonna start flinging money bags at Spider-Man. Oh, nice. It's an excellent, excellent like intro fight between these two. Not this again. Oh, 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 that was a hit, man. You will not steal in front of Aunt May. Oh, God. I'm gonna crush your head with my arms, which he could totally do. All right. Now that we're in, okay, and never mind, we're not quite in the open space yet. Okay, yeah, you got like lots of guns around you now. And he just steals random looking old woman that happens to be Aunt May. That lady looks like Marsha Brady. So I don't know how many of you know this, but in the comics, Doc Ock very nearly married Peter's Aunt May at one point. Um, of course. That was just a dick move. She's an old lady. I mean, my God. Oh, there's Stan Lee saving someone from falling debris again. Oh God. I remember the first time I saw this fight, like this scene right here, and it was just like, oh my God, poor Aunt May. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. And I mean, they are going at it on at each other. And then, of course, Octavius shows up. So, my goodness. He's like waiting for him. and Aunt May's like, shame on you. And then manages to save Spider Man. Gross there at the last part of that scene. That's great. And Octavius has got to run away now. Yes, indeed. Yeah, you sure showed him. God. All the girls, oh, Spider Man, Spider Man. I don't know. It's just funny to me. All right, high society. No hors d'oeuvres for you, Peter. Yeah, take the moron. Sometimes he makes his own bad luck. Eesh. Yeah, yikes. Oh boy. Third time. Third time we see J. Jonah Jameson tonight. Social climbers. Again, you gotta love J.K. Simmons. Ba-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Uh-oh. Sorry, Peter, but you should be photographing this. Dude just cannot get a break this movie. Just cannot do it. It's a good way to start. Wow. Oh, you? She scoffed at him. Too painful while you got another guy on your arm? Just not the time. Damn. Really? Best friend, really? I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like she's throwing stones while living in a glass castle. Okay, just throw the glass. Just let it shatter. Break something, Peter. You know? Uh-oh. Oh boy. Really? Damn, that slap. Someone had a little too much to drink tonight, I think. Wow. Just so like this is pretty much like the final straw for him here. He just got slapped around by his best friend. The girl of his dreams is marrying someone else. He's got no money. Job hates him. School hates him. His powers are going in and out. He is just he's about done. And there we go. Ooh. Okay, I'm sorry. That would have killed anyone else. Why can I not web? Okay, he's at least making it some distance. Ow. 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 I'm sorry, there he should have cracked his tailbone, if not his skull. Spidey and Ock rob a bank. So yeah, the Bugle is saying crappy things about him too, although he should be used to that by now. But all this other stuff, There's a lot to it. I'm going to assume, just in my own head canon, that Octavius went back to smoking cigars because that was what he was doing while he was single. And now that Rosie is gone, it's like, you know what? Screw it. It's all in your head, Peter. There's a lot of dreams. There's a lot of bad stuff going on. This dude's like, okay. In my dream. Yeah. Oh, that's a whole lot of denial there, buddy. It's like you basically just told this doctor who you are. I like that. He's like, I have a choice. I could choose not to be Spider Man. I like that they bring Cliff Robertson back for this. I do. But I kind of feel like, you know, the Uncle Ben talk here, it's, I don't know. It almost feels superfluous, you know? Like they've had the whole power and responsibility talk before, you know? Spider Man No More. I believe Amazing Spider Man number 50 had that subtitle where Peter's like, I've had enough. I'm throwing the costume away. I'm never being Spider Man again. Excuse me. By the end of that issue, of course, he is Spider Man again, but, you know, it's the whole like, yeah, being Spider Man is a burden. Being Spider Man is difficult. It's a sacrifice. Some days you just don't want to sacrifice. I get it, you know? That's actually a recreation of the cover of Amazing Spider-Man number 50 right there. Like how the eyes, like after the screen blacks out, the eyes still linger for a moment. I thought this whole scene was so funny. Like raindrops keep falling on my head plan, and Peter's just enjoying not having to be Spider-Man. Oh, hey, I've got glasses. I can wear those again. Sorry, forgot about that. See, normally he would have jumped to assist. Now he's just like, I'm just gonna eat my hot dog and I'm gonna go the other way. Bingo. Oh my god, he got praised. That freeze frame right there of him grinning. That was great. Oh. She's so easily distracted. She might have. She might have said, don't come. Well, I mean, you can get some chow mein with your best friend, right? Oh boy. Oh god. Okay. Prick me, I bleed. Oh my god. I mean, like, again, I I'm never going to accuse MJ of being a good person in this movie, but he's not exactly helping, you know? Why did he suddenly put on his glasses? Planning a wedding. No, I got this. Oh man, he's so happy. eBay. Look at Robbie. He looks genuinely upset. Oh god. Oh, girls are noticing Peter. Oh God, he's like he's like looking at the guys. He's like seeing himself from when he was probably a teenager. He's like, I need to help, but I can't. She's blaming herself. If I remember correctly, like Peter had his own hang-ups about Uncle Ben in the comics when he finally told Aunt May about that night. And then she basically came back with her own story about how she was responsible. And it was a really good indicator of how much we place our own importance in the events of other people's lives, you know? Well, no, see, he wasn't. I like the way that Tobey Maguire recalls this scene, like the way he's delivering these lines. It's very quiet. He's thought about this forever. Yikes. And then look, she just pulls away immediately. She's like, I can't be in the same room with you right now. I mean, that is a lot to take in. That is a lot to process for her, especially if she didn't know any of that beforehand. So, like, it's hard to blame her reaction, but I think in that moment, Peter was he was looking for absolution, for forgiveness, and that was just not the time to go looking for it, you know? You're gonna need some tritium. Damn. Bernard is the I don't know. He's the snarky Alfred of this trilogy. Bump, bump. Sounds like a kaiju is on the way there, you know? Like, really, dude? Probably not the best way to open the conversation there, Harry. I like the way he uses the arms to steady Harry. Selling out his friend. He's like, Parker. You maybe should have made that clear a little earlier. Crime is up because no Spider Man. Are you crazy? You don't got no powers right now, boy. Your head is not right. Oh my god. I forgot about this scene. Ow, ow. That hurt. Yeah, whenever your spider powers aren't active, it kind of sucks, huh? Oh god. Yeah, that little girl has every right to be freaking out right now. She's trying to pull him up. Aww. Oh, lucky, 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 man. It's like if I'd been Spider Man, I could have gotten them both. What's this girl's name? It's like Ursula or something. Okay. That sounds very nice. Thank you. Yeah. She's very sweet. I think a lot of people well, I think a lot of people assume that like she has a crush on him and everything. And I don't know, maybe she does. I've seen way too many people try to ship those two though, and I've never ever bought into it. I feel like in a lot of ways, like maybe she has a crush on him, but also I think she's just kind of a genuinely nice person. And really, I think she exists to show Peter that the rest of the world is not all terrible and indifferent, and that there are parts of it, there are people out there who care for other people, including him, you know? So, oh, I like that she doesn't forgive him necessarily, but she just says, "Don't worry about it. We don't need to talk about it, and I love you." Like that's really all that needed to be said. Oh man, how many people's mothers gave their comic books away? So, oh Jesus, really? He wants to be Spider-Man. This is a good scene here. I like it. I don't think it's ever really revisited though. But the idea is that May might actually know that he's Spider-Man and just hasn't said anything. And like it's a great scene. It comes exactly when Peter needs it. and I just don't think it's ever like revisited again. You know, I don't think the idea that May might know that he's Spider-Man, possibly, like, and I don't think it ever comes up again. So, not in any kind of significant way, I don't think. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're bringing it back. We're gonna we're gonna try. Who do you want to be is the big question here. Existential crisis kind of thing, you know. Can't have that. I'm back, baby. What are you? Okay, try to clothesline. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Again, he should be dead. My back. So the reason that's funny is apparently because I think Toby Maguire had been injured during Seabiscuit, and I think he wanted more time before to recover before they would start before he'd start filming again, and they thought he was trying to get more money, and so you know, since it was a back injury, I think they basically tried to recast Peter Parker. They were going to do that, and then Toby Maguire suddenly magically got better and came back and everything. So I think the whole my back thing was part of like it was Toby basically taking a joke essentially, you know, because it had been a back injury I think that he'd used as the excuse not to come back. So just doesn't quite work that way, does it? MJ is perpetually disappointed in the people she kisses. Yeah, well, you know. Oh, really? Okay. I'm going to go back to being irresponsible, you know, being late for things and not doing my homework and I'm an empty seat again. That's actually a pretty good like, hey, let's cut to the chase here, you know. As Peter, you lying sack of shit. All the lies. And she knows it. Wow. She has got a boyfriend right now, and she's like, yeah. Just ask him the damn question, MJ. Just ask him. See, this I don't like. This is a bad, bad decision on her part. Oh, that is one hell of a mood breaker right there. It's nothing. It's just a kaiju. Just literally throws a car into a coffee shop. It is a miracle no one died. Damn. Jesus. Uh huh. And then just grins at her and then grabs her. Or I'll peel the flesh from her bones. Damn. That is a threat right there. Well, if we ever needed a motivation to come back, there it is. Well, seriously? That is a multi-$100 piece of eyewear. You're gonna just drop it on the ground like that? This is like what, the fifth or sixth time we've seen Jonah in this movie? Oh God. Your suit? Love that pose right there. It's like this bastard is back. Oh God. I don't know why, but watching this movie in particular really makes me want to play the 2018 Spider-Man game again. It's so good. He's like, okay, let's talk with our fists. Okay, so Peter is clearly holding back when he's throwing those punches because my God, he should be knocking Octavius's head off of his body. Oh, this was a great maneuver right here. Octavius is like, okay, all right, I got to bring my A game. It's like, you're coming down here with me. Oh, hey, look, we're tangled in midair again, and now we're on top of a train. Choreographed in the year 2004, still a better train fight than the Wolverine. Little over the top, of course, but come on. Fighting on the side of the train. One sticks to walls, the other has arms that'll let him do that. Eee. It's like, you know what? If you doubt that I have powers, let me just show you me breaking through this window. Yikes. Forgot about that. It's like, where'd he go? Oh, really? Oh. Okay, he's got to have some serious road rash from that. Okay, really, dude? Let me just throw you a safety net there. Oh, God. The absolute precariousness of this fight is part of what makes it so good. Octavius knows how to cause complications well. Wolverine was fighting a bunch of ninjas on a train. He had numbers to deal with, and frankly, not the best physics. Octavius just knows how to. Oh, and there we go. Have fun with that. I'm going to just watch here from the sidelines. And there's the end of the line. Oh, God. Yeah, that's not going to work, buddy. Yeah, that probably hurt like hell. Seriously, dude? You're gonna ask me that while I'm trying to save all your asses? Okay. Now, the people in that sub must be like, oh my god, that actually is Spider Man. Like, this dude is actually throwing out webs. Nope. Still manages to hold on. You can see that he's getting tired. Okay, we're gonna try it again, but a million times now. Okay. Spider Man has got to have a stronger, harder body than a human's in order not to be torn apart from this scene. It's a great scene. It really is. But even with his powers, this scene should have killed him. Oh, God. Every single fiber of every muscle in his body has got to be on fire right now. You know, sensationally speaking. And this scene, oh God, this scene still gets me. Just how tender they treat him, you know? And then just the things that they say right here. Like, they know this is the real deal. He's just a kid. Yeah. Looking directly into the faces of the grateful people you just saved. Those are the first words of reassurance that someone gave him. And then they give him his mask back. God. In many ways, this is exactly what he needed to counteract all the stuff that was happening to him earlier in the film. Personally, I would have loved if he would have had the opportunity to say thank you to them so that they could thank him back. But, you know, this. And and then New York just gets right in behind him or in front of him, actually. Fortunately, you're dealing with a guy who's got very strong bionic arms. It's okay. It's all right. Good Lord, man. You couldn't have just grabbed him and just left, you know? Oh, God. Here's the tritium. Okay, really, Octavius? Have you got to be that big a dick? And then he's just gone. Apparently, Otto Octavius is also Batman. I remember in the marketing for this movie, you see a quick shot of Harry pulling the knife out of its hilt or out of its sheath. That right there, that scene. And yeah, he just drops the knife immediately as soon as he sees who it is. And Pete just blew his cover right there. Tritium. Harry's like, you killed my dad, which is not true. This movie did an excellent job of setting up the next movie without being like ridiculous about it, you know? She whistled hard at him. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna keep walking around. He's got a very high perception. Well, so much for that. We're willing to take. Okay. Oh, I didn't catch that the first time or any other time before this, but he actually webbed up a couple of those arms like on the first go. Like, we are not doing this again. I'm sorry. Did Kirsten is does Kirsten Dunst have it in her contract that she has to wear a wet shirt in each of the Spider-Man movies? Because I'm sorry, I'm seeing evidence that she's wearing a wet shirt. Yeah, that would be bad. You don't want that. Yeah, get out of here. Oh, oh man, you're back. What? Okay, no offense, sweetie, but what are you gonna do? Oh, oh. He tries to use the spike on Tom Holland too. Okay, well, so they're impervious to what did you say? Heat and magnetism. But it's apparently a pretty good conductor. So I don't know. I don't know how impervious to heat it'd actually be then. Oh god, it's pulling entire cars now. That's bad. Wake up. We gotta stop this. I love this. Peter tries to reason with him, even now. For a second, he's Otto again. Brilliant but lazy. It's self-sustaining now, right? Oh, and I think this is the point where, at least in No Way Home, this is where he gets pulled into the MCU. Because he says, I had him by the throat, and then I was here, you know? Ouch. The tentacles are outraged. They're like, no. We want to do this. I will not be. I will not. What does he say? Oh, right. I love this. He's like, no, I'll do this. This is what I really love about this version of Octavius. Because in a lot of ways, again, Octavius is the flip side of the coin that is Peter Parker. And I like to think that, you know, given the opportunity, at least some versions of Doc Ock would choose to be a hero, you know? Oh, and now it all makes sense. At least a little bit. That look on it, that face that he makes right there, the no face. Hi. You should you should probably go. This hurts to hold up. You should probably get out from under here while I'm giving you the means to escape, you know. You, you should go. Oh gosh. I was trying to protect you. Would you please get out from under the rubble here? I will not die a monster. That line. That line is brilliant. Oh boy. Yeah, we should probably go. It's like we can never catch a damn break, seriously. Oh man. And that is the last of Otto Octavius in this multiverse, at least. So, yeah, we should probably talk about some things, you know? Did you, though? Did you really? Mm, I'm sorry, but that webbing looks like plastic right there. That stuff should be sticky, you know? One single little web line just lowering the girl to the ground. Oh man, he's so athletic. And it's time to go. And then there's this scene. Oh God. When I was in the theater and saw this scene for the first time, I got tingles. Notice how things are just off a bit. Like there's the German angle that they're using for most of the shots, the laughter, the emphasis on the masks. Here it goes. Oh man. So the idea that the goblin is like a manifestation of mental illness, some type of form of insanity, um, is actually it fits here thematically. Like it's like whatever Norman had, he could have passed it on to Harry, kind of thing. Avenge me. Aye. And now that he throws the knife at the mirror where his dad appeared to him, it puts him in the perfect position to find his dad's arsenal. And there's the mask, and there's the pumpkin bombs. Lots of pumpkin bombs. The serum. And I forget, do we get to see the glider here? I don't remember. I mean, I guess we don't need to. Oh yeah, there it is. Such a great like setup that only takes a moment or two and then boom, we're on to the rest of the movie. So good. I'm sorry, where is MJ's mother? Why is J. Jonah Jameson's wife doing this? Which, by the way, is that Marla? Is that Marla Jameson? Because if I remember correctly, Marla is not John's mother. Look at Harry right now. He looks so like just kind of cleaned up and confident, you know? Jonah just like, what? Uh, here. Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh, Jonah. Don't ever stop being yourself. Okay. Now I'm looking for a Tom Jane impersonator here. Oh, is that supposed to be him? Because that did look like that looked a lot like Tom Jane right there. I never would have caught that. Hi. You're in a wedding dress. She's been surviving a long time without him, though. Broken clock can be right at least 2 times a day. So, uh-huh. Okay. I mean, yeah, you should say something. Oh man, I gotta go. Go get him, Tiger. There's the classic, iconic MJ line right there. So while he swings off to go and fight crime and be a hero, all of the vehicles ever showing up behind him. See, I like that they come back to her because you can see the uncertainty. Like, she's just made this very big decision and agreed to be with Peter, and you can see that she's like, oh my God, this is what I'm going to have to deal with every time there's a disturbance. He's gonna run off, and so you can kind of see her going, oh God, am I certain I'm going to be able to handle this? Oh, good movie. So good. Okay. Let me see. Hold on one moment. Okay. We've got about 4 minutes of credits going on here. So, all right. So when this is over, I'm going to do a review. I'm going to try to wrap things up by, I don't know, 10:20. I'm going to try to do the next stream at 10:30. So I still need to create the stream. You guys will see that all happen very quickly, and then hopefully you can join me for it. So, all right, 3 minutes. I'm actually going to take a couple of my medications while the credits are going. All right, how much time do we have left? About a little under 2 minutes here. All right, pills taken. This one. Oh God. Okay, they're gonna do their own thing. Action is his reward. Look out! Here comes the Spider-Man. All right, less than a minute left here. Cute version of that song. All right. And yeah, I don't remember there ever being a post-credits scene here, so I was thinking about that during the credits. I'm like, I don't think there is. So, all right, and we are done. Let me go ahead and stop the timer and reset it. Okay, all right. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and move directly into the post-mortem here. Gross. Okay, all right. And that was 2004's Spider-Man 2, Sam Raimi film. And I mean, what can I say? This film is always a joy to behold. And I think again that it has a lot to do with not only the humanization of Doc Ock, but just the entire comic book movie world that this film is based on. Um, we've got body horror in this movie. We have got we've got love. We've got action. We've got one of the best superhero fights, like one-on-one fights that I have ever seen, even to this day. This movie's got it all. We've even got callbacks to the Green Goblin, and we've got a continuing narrative between Peter and Harry. This is just one of those movies that, at least for me, is one of the gold standards of Spider-Man in cinema. And you know, along with a couple of others, like it is up there at the pinnacle. And I don't know. I don't know that there's too much else for me to say here. Uh, I did see someone pointed out that apparently a Tom Jane lookalike appears when MJ is running towards Peter's apartment at the end. And apparently, Sam Raimi has said that that had intended to be the Punisher, which is wow. I only just saw the Tom Jane Punisher movie earlier this year. And this Friday, I will actually be watching the Ray Stevenson Punisher movie to finish out Film First Friday for the year. But I had no clue that that was intended to be a thing. So very, very cool and a lot of fun. Just makes this movie even a little bit cooler, even though I thought it was already one of the best Spider-Man movies that's been made. So, um, yeah, I just don't have much else to say about this. This movie to me is one of those rare, like, I love it so much. This gets a 5. In terms of a letterbox rating, this movie gets a 5. It is one of the few Spider-Man, or really few any movies out there that I could say is up there among my favorite films. I don't even know if it cracks the top 5, but it's definitely somewhere in the top 10. And yeah, I feel no hesitation and no regret giving this one 5 stars easily. Very enjoyable film. Very excited to watch it again, and hopefully so were you. Thank you for watching this reaction. If you enjoyed it, please go ahead and thwip the like button. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing as well. Also, consider sharing this out with your friends, your family, your followers, anyone that you think would enjoy my reaction to these media. In this case, Spider fans, Spider fans. What'd you think of this movie? Did you like it? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Let me know why in the comments. I would love to have a conversation with you about this film. You can find the full and unedited live stream of this reaction on my YouTube channel. There is a master playlist of all movies that I've watched and reacted to, and I'm dividing them up into shorter playlists, usually by genre, but also by tagged playlist as well. Spider-Man 2 would be an action movie, a science fiction movie, and an adventure movie. And I have tagged playlists for it for comic book movies, superhero movies, Marvel movies, and of course, Spider-Man movies. Whichever of those playlists you go looking for, be sure to look for them on my YouTube channel under the category Watch Party. And finally, channel memberships are now active on the Spidey Librarian YouTube channel. Check out the membership tiers and see which benefits you'd like access to. Perks include shoutouts, members-only videos, members-only live streams, and early access to selected uploaded content, as well as a few other benefits. And that's not even mentioning my custom emotes and badges, which I think look pretty good. Check out the membership tiers today and see which perks you'd like access to. And I think that's everything. So thanks again for watching. This is Spidey Librarian. And until my next stream or upload, I'll be wishing you a good day. All right, and let's go ahead. I am just going to skim some of what you guys were saying. Let's see. I think that okay, so we're past the audio points. Okay. The Raimi versus Spider-Man movies are also pretty interesting because you have the original trilogy and okay, yeah, he was talking about a lot of those. Okay, yes. Wow, we did a lot of talking before we got started. Let's see. Doc Ock has had a very large amount of continuity. Oh, wait, we've read that one. All right. Okay. Something CG doesn't get is why Harry would think that Spider-Man destroyed his dad if he took the time to drop him off at the house. I don't know. Grief does things to you. He probably heard his dad talking bad about Spider-Man at some point. He was hero worshiping his dad by the time the first movie was over. So yeah, I don't know. All right, that was Asif Manvi. Okay. Let's see. She is Betty Brant was actually only Peter's love interest for a little while. It didn't last long. They kind of worked out as friends. If Bruce Campbell's character was Mysterio, that would mean that Mysterio gave Spider-Man his name in this continuity because he played the ring announcer in the first film. You are correct. All right, Travis Mitchell says that he got the impression from the kiss at the end of the first film that MJ realizes Peter is Spider-Man by his lips. Through that lens, her treatment of him here is even worse. Ooh, oh god damn, when you think about it, yeah, that makes sense. All right. Hal Sparks, the guy in the elevator scene, is a comedian. He's also done some voice acting. Okay. Norman and Otto are never shown in the trilogy, but No Way Home seems to imply that Otto knew that Norman was the Green Goblin because Otto says his name when he shows up in costume. And I mean, like, they clearly knew each other professionally. No Way Home definitely establishes that. So let's see. Hey, King Matt showed up. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Spider-Man 2 in general is the best movie out of the trilogy because it really put Peter to the test as Spider-Man. That scene where he breaks his back after losing his powers was insane. Well, he didn't break his back in the movie. I mean, he injures it, but yeah, you know. All right. You feel like the movie made Peter closer to being responsible for Ben's fate than the comics did because if Peter hadn't done the wrestling thing, Ben would have been at the place where he got shot. Yeah, I mean, there are aspects of it, but I also feel like the movies did a good job of putting so many people in between Peter and that or Ben in that moment that it dilutes it somewhat by the third one. But yeah, I love how Harry told Doc not to injure Peter. And instead of listening, Doc Ock throws a car at him. Yeah, that's true. All right. I think we're going to go ahead and go for this one because I need to get cracking on the next stream. But thanks to everyone who hung out, who commented. I appreciate it very much. I'm going to get going. Look for the next stream in about 10 minutes. I don't know if I'll start right at 10:30, but I'll try to as closely as possible. In the meantime, I'm going to head off. Thanks again for being here. This is Spidey Librarian. And until my next stream or upload, I'll be wishing you a good day. Bye.